So really good clear in that mid side, taking the Matilda away from Venus as well, realizing that it is one of Venus's prio as well as power picks.
Well, Blacklist here, same response as they did in game 1. Valentina pickup and then Lolita. The question now is, oh my god, still with the same approach here. Game 1, 3 heroes in the first phase. Valentina, Lolita, and as well as Claude. Meanwhile, Geek Fam, even though they won the first game, it seems like they have shaken up their approach.
They've shaken it up because their initial approach has been banned away from them, right? The 2 heroes that were banned have actually now been secured by them, as they're going to top it off now with a Fredrin being picked up here for Luke. But remember, this Gusion is still flex. It can be in that mid lane, and it also can be put into that jungle position.
As well as that Valentina, right? I mean, last time round, it was Haji, but perhaps game 2, brace yourself, this might fall into the hands of Wise. Geek Fam, though, will open up the same bans here in the second phase as they did in game 1. A Barrett's ban. Now the question is, Blacklist, will they go for that Kadita ban again?
That's the question here. I do believe it could be very useful, but remember the composition coming in from Blacklist, they're not as easy to target, right?
True.
Valentina has a dash, Claude with the BMI, but we can see here the ban is actually going to be towards Lilia, taking it away from the mid lane. So perhaps they are trying to force that Gusion into that jungle position, as now we can see Geek Fam have responded once again with a Dairoth ban.
Yeah, with this Dairoth ban here, I guess it's one of Edward's favorite heroes as well. And Blacklist, well, they thought that they are thinking that Matilda is in the room, so I guess no need to ban out the Kirita, Lilia, and perhaps another mid laner might fall through. Or remember, last time around they banned out a marksman.
That's also a possibility, but when we're talking about the Matilda, for Geek Fam, the Matilda has been placed in that mid lane before. But that was when Elzura was playing in that mid lane, not a boy. So perhaps they know something that we don't. We don't have much information on a boy here coming into MPLI, but perhaps they know better. And now we can see that the Farsa has actually been taken away. So 2 bans for that mid lane from Blacklist, really limiting a boy's hero pool right now.
Very interesting bans indeed here. Here now, a boy. A little bit targeted here. Lilia, Farsa, Fermis also banned out, so no, not much mages here. Perhaps the Eve might come through, even a Lunox, but no. They will pick up the Erythel first here. So let's see, Blacklist, I think this is a chance for them to pick up a mage. Again, limiting a boy's hero pool.
You know, Haji loves the Eve, he loves the Xavier as well. Perhaps these are the 2 heroes that he can possibly pick up if and only if this Valentina is in that jungle position. We still don't know because of how flex Blacklist plays at the moment. So for the next 2 picks, definitely we need an EXP laner. With the Benedetta being banned away, what are his choices? The Esmeralda perhaps, but someone that's good against the Fredrin. Paquito maybe?
Paquito, but Akai again will be picked up here, and now will it be that Esmeralda? So yeah, that confirmed Valentina mid, Akai jungler here, no surprises, and 1 mage to complete Geek Fam's composition, and it will be that Eve. The question now is that real
see to help cover the Eve as well. Perhaps they can utilize the force coming in from the ultimate of Matilda, but other than that, there's no reliable source of disengage from Geek Fam. This is a very different situation from game number 1, as the Gusion is now going to be in that jungle position.
We'll see. I mean, Amon, Jana QT picks up a lot of kills in the first game. Will it happen again in game 2? But the 10 heroes that will enter the Land of Dawn for game 2 has been set here. Blacklist, as well as Geek Fam. Who will grab it? Will Geek Fam clean house with a 2-0 victory, or will Blacklist force a game 3? Land of Dawn we go. Portal, let's jump to the Land of Dawn.
Let's jump into the Land of Dawn as we're gonna see both of these compositions collide against one another. And once again, it is going to be Haji with the Valentina, so really good clear in that mid lane. But against the Matilda, the same can be said about Geek Fam. So in your opinion, Gani, who has the better early game?
Gotta say, I gotta put my bet on towards Geek Fam. Why? Particularly this hero, Gusion. It's gonna create a lot of problems, but it seems like Oh My Venus doesn't care. Even though Gusion deals a lot of damage from the early game, he still wants to just shadow him across the map. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to level up your coin farming skills with HSBC. Oh My Venus!
Again!
Wow.
Again!
It's caught.
First game, he was first blood as well. He got caught. Second game, the same thing goes again. And it's very interesting, right? Because we see mirror plays happening in the game right now. You can see that Wise is being harassed by Beloyski on the Matilda, and the same can be said in the flip side. But so far, it's actually only Venus who gets punished this time around.
We'll see here. Jana QT, still harassed by the members of Blacklist. But yeah, Oh My Venus, he didn't use the flicker earlier, so perhaps it was a miscalculation. We didn't quite catch on the earlier minutes, but it seems like both teams here, after that first blood, has really gone down slow on tempo.
Right now, Blacklist, they need to be able to contest these objectives, right? 8 seconds left on the clock. It does seem like they are going for a setup onto Fredrin there in that bottom side to be able to set up properly for the next neutral objective. The question is whether or not they will be able to do that. Realizing that a boy is already level 4, he does already have that real-world manipulation. Blacklist, they need to be careful this time around.
Boyski here getting stunned. Noonion Blast pops as well. Does not quite catch anyone except Fluke. Real world manipulation from both sides, but Wise here gets caught, and that is huge. Geek Fam now with the space that they has. Luke though, a little too offside there. Without his flicker, he will be taken down as Jana QT will comfortably secure the turtle here. Oh, Beloyski low, very low here. He gets taken down. Haji finding compensation as Blacklist still, if you take a look at the gold, so they're leading.
They won in that team fight, but they lost in that neutral objective. So even though they weren't able to secure it, but on the top side, Oheb, he's going to be taken down in a 1v1 situation against Kadera. And that's the scary thing about Kadera, right? Write him off against all odds. He is able to perform with the sprint, with the additional movement speed, able to get a 1v1 against Oheb.
Wow. Under 3 minutes, a solo kill top side. And if you take a look at the sprints, if you take a look at the spells rather, both of them used it. So it wasn't all in, I guess. But yeah, Geek Fam with that kill, now the gold lead has shifted it towards their side. But again, let's talk about Logitech G. Play your way, the Aurora collection is up and available. Upgrade your quality of game with this Logitech G.
Upgrade your quality of gaming like Geek Fam is upgrading their gameplay as well here. Really just leading here in that early game. You can see them already trying to set up for another engage, but they have to be careful here. Oh My Venus goes into the bush. He is opening up a lot of vision. The Numra Blast is going to be able to hit 2 members from the side of Geek Fam. And you can see the world just clashing down onto Geek Fam. The heavy spin was able to get a beautiful pick and a double kill secured by Edward.
Oh my god. What an opening by Blacklist there. A slight miscalculation, perhaps a hesitation there by the side of Geek, but that heavy spin was massive, catching 2 in the top side, and Blacklist were able to clean house. Edwards picking up the double earlier.
1,000 gold lead, 8 seconds left on the clock for the next turtle to spawn. Blacklist already circling this out, opening up vision. Beloyski going to be the target here from the damage. Nunan Blast already opened up. It actually is going to get cancelled here. Beloyski with his ultimate going against Oh My Venus as well as Haji. Still trading blows so far, but right now Geek Fam, they're the ones quite low. Haji!
Oh, the dagger didn't quite connect. It connected, but Haji still survives. Take a look at the turtle though. Wise. will comfortably take the turtle without any contest.
You can see the turtle. So 1-1 so far. First to Geek Fam. First, the next one to Blacklist, but Heavy Spin is going to be able to pin Luke onto the wall. As you can see, the follow-up happening here from the side of Geek Fam. The real-world manipulation has already been opened up here. Wise still able to absorb all that damage. Actually, Luke is the one who is forced to disengage, and no casualties in that particular skirmish. But once again, Jana Cutie goes in for the kill against Wise. Still able to get out. Blacklist still with a 1,000 gold lead.
Almost there, grabbing that kill, but what an exchange by both of the teams. No casualties from the earlier trade, but it's just teasing both of the teams here. They're just teasing, but top side now seems to be the agenda for side of Geek. No, they will not commit onto OHEB just yet. Item-wise here, well, as we can see, Ice Queen's 1 has been secured. But if we take a look at the OHEB, well, still, only VHS.
On the way to Golden Staff, so that's going to be, once again, a power spike that is going to hit for Blacklist. And perhaps with the way things are panning out, they are going to be able to capitalize on that, realizing that Kadira is only on the Windtalker, so the second item has not been taken, one also not secured. It's going to be difficult for Geek Fam in the next upcoming team fight.
Oh, real world manipulation here. Haji deleted instantly, and now with that Mutant Blast catch, it doesn't create anything for side of Blacklist. Oh, Beloyski a little offside there, punished instantly by Wise, and with OHEB blazing duet towards the backside, not enough damage just yet. Kadira does not care. He finds the turret top side. Jana QT here needs to be careful. He has retribution though, but Heavy Spin catches him. No follow-up damage just yet here, but take a look at Jana. He gets taken down by Venus. Kadira dealing damage on towards Wise. Venus forced to use the flicker here. Wise is going for the re-engage. Is this the right call? It seems like Blacklist and as well as Geek still, they are winning the trade.
Did he take the orange buff as well?
I don't think so.
He didn't.
He didn't.
Okay, so he's still able to secure it, but he still got caught out in the end. You can see Haji now going to be the center focus as he's going to be taken down. There is some sort of compensation coming in from Blacklist, but Wise once again being able to get the next objective in that turtle. So they are leading now with a 1,300 gold lead. OHEB already with the golden staff, and the issue is Kadira not being able to have as much impact as he did in game number 1, realizing he only has that additional attack speed but not the crit from the Berserker Fury just yet.
So I think what Geek Fam needs is time. They need to funnel the gold around Kadira. Now it seems like Kadira already clearing mid, so it's going to be a 2-lane clear here for that marksman. Blacklist, they are not just standing idly by. Oh my Venus, take a look at his stat. 215 means 100 KP for this guy, for this roamer. Now it seems like the taunt connects on towards Haji. Haji getting all in here. Oh, the flicker, he misses it. Oh, this might be a mistake. The taunt connects and the circling eagle finds the land, finds the mark, and now Haji gets taken down by Beloyski. Edward, though, zoning out the members from the side of Geek Fam. Nuclear Blast will not catch anybody. But Geek Fam, what a play. Jana QT, still with the retribution, finds the purple buff.
Quite a misplay by Haji, but even though that was the case, it actually bought Wise enough time for the distraction to be able to get those buffs away from Jana QT. And clearly Jana QT on the Gushin is going to be reliant on that blue buff. And without that taken away, he is going to have a slight edge here. But look at this. OHEB goes very aggressively into the backside with the blazing duet, being able to peel Beloyski and actually forcing him to retreat. And now they are going to be battling, but in the top side, Edward gets caught. And that's going to be another kill picked on. These are just trades happening all across the board.
As you talk, another turret falls as well. OHEB here does not care. He knows that now he has the golden staff, so he deals a lot of damage on towards turrets. Real world population, both sides pops. Beloyski here, very low, will be punished as well by OHEB. Kadira, oh my god, a little too aggressive here perhaps. 1 HP and he gets taken down by Haji. Oh, Blacklist has equalized here in the 9th minute. Wise now might be target. 3 members is on this guy. Wise, Heavy Spin to disengage. Is this enough? John QT Luke, boy, trying to deal damage. Edward comes in. All wise though. Just enough time to take him down as Edward is a little bit late to the party here. A complete disengage by Geek Fam.
That was a 2-for-3 trade in favor of Geek Fam this time around. Unfortunately, they did have to lose the gold laner, but they lost Wise in the process. And without Wise, it seems like Geek Fam already trying to set up for this next objective. They want to be setting up for this next Lord. Now, Blacklist, they need to buy enough time, wait for Haji to have the IMU as well, in order to have an optimal amount of resources to get into this team fight for the objective control.
Yeah, they really got to be careful. Edward, though, here gets caught here very low with that falling storm as a defense. But Luke, he is distracting 3 members. He gets taken down, though, by Haji. Geek Fam, they are still on the hunt. Wise now with the heavy spin for a disengaged Geek Fam now with that information. But Oheb jumps in with a nature pop everywhere, but he catch one. Geek Fam, 2 members down now, 5v3 essentially. Not looking good for the Geeks.
Not looking good at all, and all 3 members that are up from Geek Fam, they're half health. What can Geek Fam do at this point? Blacklist has full control over this objective. Beloyski only able to open up vision right now. Kadira has to be careful in terms of that positioning. Remember, they don't have that retribution, but I might be wrong. Jetacuti goes into the back line. Very aggressive. He actually gets Oheb out of the board. As Haji goes in aggressively, you can see that Jetacuti is going to be the one to fall, but oh my Venus, he's the one who secures the Lord. This is a huge win for Blacklist.
Oh my god, 4v4 in the river. Kadira very low. This is a disaster, but oh my god, Kadira with the outplay catches Esmeralda in the act. And now, oh my Venus looking for the disengage, but Kadira is there to hit. Oh my Venus down. Wise now is next on the chopping block. Heavy spin for a disengage. This might be enough. He might escape. Geek Fam, slowly but surely, they have, I guess, made a mistake.
Perhaps, but remember they have to take care of that Lord that's marching down in that bottom side. 2 members taken out. Blacklist is actually still leading in terms of that economy as Wise. I mean, he's being the gold standard of utility jungler at the moment. The way he's able to just absorb so much damage, look for those objectives.
Yeah.
Even though it was secured by Venus at the very end, he is able to buy a lot of time for his teammates to come back up into the land of Dawn. And you can see the push. Perhaps they might be able to look for something after all.
Oh my god, they need to back off here. Real world revelation pops. Beloyski very low on mana. Please be careful, Luke trying to dish and take the damage that is dealt by the side of Blacklist. It seems like a reset here for both teams. Mind you, remember that Lord wasn't in hands. And if we take a look at the items, I mean, Oheb has already Wind of Nature, and of course, Kadira as well. What else is significant?
This is the thing, right? I really wanted to know what Kadira was itemizing at this point, because you can feel that the crit is already starting to land. The Berserker Fury already secured for that additional crit, with the lifesteal as well coming in from that Has Claws, but he also has the Wind of Nature, so that's actually going to be something that he has in advantage towards Oheb against that Blazing Duet that might come, and we saw that actually play off, right? We saw Oheb go into the back lines, use the Blazing Duet to just burst down the members from Geek Fam down, but because Kadira has a wand, he might actually be able to outmaneuver it.
Or no. Oh my Venus, face checking, real world manipulation pop though. Newman and Blast here might catch one, but he gets taken down first. Blacklist 5v4. Is this a wise move to commit to a fight? And the answer is no. The disengage now, but this purple buff will be invaded here. Geek Fam, they are still on the manhunt. Haji in the mid-side trying to dish out damage. Has to be careful. Again, he has Flicker, but now he gets taken down. Blacklist on the backside. But take a look at Edward catching two. A boy is going to be targeted here. He has not been taken down with that Wind of Truncheon. What a play there with that Flicker. Beloyski, though, has to pay the price as John QT finds Oheb in the backside. 2 for 1 as Wise is going to go down as well. Double for Jana as Geek Fam has established a very good lead here, because why? The Lord is up right here, right now.
3-for-1 trade and perfect timing, perfect objective conversion here for Geek Fam as they are going straight into that area. But you can see here Edward and Oh My Venus already looking for a setup. Oh My Venus was able to steal that last Lord. He might be able to do it again, but Luke says no. He says, go away, Venus. This time, it's ours, and we're going to maximize all the potential here, as now Geek Fam leading with a 2,200 gold lead. And I gotta say, this has not been a great series for Oh My Venus.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a little bit too soon.
I mean, he's been constantly targeted from game number 1.
True.
Game number 2, he's already been caught out 4 times. It seems like he is the target from Geek Fam.
Maybe that is the way. Well, maybe Geek Fam, they have to break the code. We'll see though with this lead. It's actually a very back and forth game. I feel like Blacklist has still. But now, an all-in bot side, Valoisky, Kadira, Jana will not commit all towards fight just yet. They're just teasing downstairs, and well, tier 2, bot side will fall.
Yeah, that was so aggressive, and it might have been a mistake, but here we go. An engage happening. Wise goes in with a heavy spin. You can see that Luke is getting pinned down, but look at Edward. He goes into the back line with a falling Star Moon, but unfortunately, he's unable to do much. He's able to buy some time here as Jana Cutie is able to use that Winter Truncheon. The suppress happens, but he is going to be taken down, but he does still have that Immortal.
Oh my god, we can see Venus again, stuck, flickers, force, but take a look at the baits overhead with the execution.
Oh
now,
my god.
The Lord is quite healthy. Geek Fam, they are going for the end. The base is too exposed, and Blacklist, bye-bye. Geek Fam, they have break the code.
The largest upset of MPLI 2022 as the tournament favorites, the team that has dominated over the course of these seasons.